What's up, everyone? It's your CaptainChefy here. I just wanted to get into some description before we get into this full gameplay of Arcade Spirit. What if the 1983 video game market crash never happened? Set in 2000 XX, Arcade Spirits is a visual novel romantic comedy with a different history, where arcade still reigns supreme as the ultimate place to play. After a period of turbulent employment, your character starts an exciting new job at the Funplex, a popular local arcade with a team of staff that are eccentric as the customers. From fierce pro-gamers and dedicated high-score chasers to creative cosplayers and tinkering programmers, the neon lights and buzzing atmosphere of the Funplex is welcome home to many. But where will this newfound employment opportunity take you? Who will you meet along the way? And will you finally find the romance you've been seeking? So that's right, Arcade Spirits is a visual novel, but not just any visual novel, actually. Arcade Spirits also has dating simulator elements with 7 different characters who can be romanced or just befriended. Romance is completely optional in this game. You don't actually have to do it at all if you don't want to. Nearly all dating simulators require you to undertake some kind of mandatory romance encounter, but Arcade Spirits that is actually unique in the genre that you don't actually have to at all. It's one of the parts of the game. If you want to be in the romance, if you want to get all romanced and everything like that, then you're more than welcome to, but this game isn't all revolved around that, which I find that is pretty cool, actually. Thank you guys, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy this video. I really want to say thank you to Arcade Spirits for giving me an early access code and being able to stream this and actually be able to make videos on this game. It's a really great pleasure to have the opportunity to play this game, and especially to show you guys what it's like to play this game, just so then you can see for yourself. But I will say, make sure you choose your own choices and don't just follow mine just so that you could get a different ending, because like I said, depending on the choices you make is a different ending for everyone. So make sure you go ahead and do that. And again, I really want to thank Arcade Spirits for giving me the opportunity to play this game before it was fully released for consoles. It was an amazing opportunity, and thank you so much. But guys, let's just get into the video. So I guess I'll see you guys in the video. Naomi looks totally frustrated with the monitor chassis for her game partially removed so she could tinker with it. There's definitely a neck glow, so the neck can't be cracked. So why am I getting nothing at all? Hey, Naomi? Oh, Captain! Who you romancing? I don't know. I'm not really. This is prime opportunity. Damn it! Why didn't you say that earlier? I wasn't really romancing anyone. I put on my thing in the beginning, which was that I'm like, for now, not romancing, but maybe later. I didn't choose the friendship path, I guess, so to speak, and I didn't choose an immediate romance path. But I was just kind of like, I don't know, I'm up in the air. I just like the game, totally. But I feel like, because I didn't choose the friendship path right away, that I feel like anything I do is gonna be romancing. Like, whoever is the romance the most will probably be, romance the most at the end of the game will probably be my romantic interest. I don't know. Currently, Gavin's the only one that likes me the most, which is so weird because I haven't tried with Gavin, really. Naomi, I just think she's cool. I think she's a fun character. So I guess her. Let's say Naomi. Fuck it. I think her or... I don't really have a second option, yeah. There's another shot at friendship path later if you want it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I just figured I'd stick with just trying to play the game through and enjoy it, and kind of like not feel pressured to like, oh, I really gotta win this person over, so I really gotta only choose them all the time. I haven't chose Percy for anything now realizing that, so I should probably choose him at some point. Teo, I'm definitely not interested in. There's nothing wrong with him. I don't know. Just like, I'm like, you know? But everyone else, oh my god, sorry. Everyone else I've just been giving like a chance to. So like Ashley, I haven't spent time with her, so I went to her cosplay thing. Gavin, I think I did the auction with him because mainly I wanted to see how that's like, but that was also choosing him. Naomi, I chose her in the manor, and then Queen Bee I chose to go to the whole story with. So I was wrapped up in my little world there. What's up? I'm taking a break, and as of now, you're on break as well. That's sweet, but I really can't. You're getting nowhere with that game. Take a break. Consider an order. I guess I'm on break then. Cool. You want to get away from the crowd for a bit? Find a quieter corner, hang out, decompress a bit? Absolutely. I can busy myself with the game, but I hate the crowds. Always have every year I go to Max. Naomi reaches out, grabs my hand before I can object, and drags us off to a semi-quiet little niche between two display booths. Good for a private conversation. Okay. No broken games, no chattering strangers. Good. Honestly, I love my retro games, but I wish they'd break down less often. All this 1980 sprite name X. Tech is fun to play with, except when downtime is lost profits. There you go. I'm sorry. I'm guessing it's because I don't know coding. On to the bug list it goes. I'm guessing, I don't know about anything about coding or anything. Is it because there's a space in between sprite and name? Is that why? I'm curious. I'm not telling you how it is. I'm just curious if that's how it's working. If it's like any spaces in the coding that you guys put is like makes it incorrect. Okay, so I gotta know why the fixation on the retro games. I'm not saying they aren't cool, it's just not something folks our age are usually into, right?
I can test that with posts by 20-somethings on classic game collector sites. But you're really asking why I'm into this stuff. And hey, what's not to love? The cool glow of a cathode ray tube, blooming color through the scan lines, the simple and clean pixel art style.
Huh. Maybe lost in translation?
One stick, a few buttons, easy to learn, hard to master. You can keep your crazy networked real-time strategy beat-em-up esports fighter thingies. Give me a maze, or a spaceship, or a bunch of dots any day.
Or a princess to rescue and turtles to jump on. Right. Well, more the jumping than the rescuing. Although I do like the princess rescuing the prince in Wyvern's Keep. Good luck. Good pick, Captain. Why aren't you pulling for me to pick Freeze Invaders? Well, yeah, but I can dig. Oh, weren't you pulling? Yeah, my bad. Yeah, but I can dig Wyvern's Keep too. So, how'd you get started with retro games? Well, I know the cliche answer is I had an older brother who introduced me to games, but that's basically the truth, sort of. Indirectly, I guess. For a whole summer, my jerk of a brother was in charge of babysitting me, and being a teenager, he didn't want to bother. Okay, he wanted to go to the arcade and hang out with his friends. So he dragged little old me with him to the arcade and gave me a fistful of tokens, told me to go keep myself busy. At first, I played what all kids played, ticket games, prize games, but I got bored with it fast, realizing I wasn't winning much of anything. Honestly, kids are smart, right? They gotta realize they're being scammed. Well, when you really want to toy with all your heart, depends on the game. Which were you playing? Nah. I'll be so hard on kids. I've worked with the Ford for weeks. I've seen how fixated a kid can get on some high-ticket plushie. When you've made up your mind and already spent piles of tokens, well, you gotta keep going. Otherwise, you have to admit it wasn't worth it. Yeah, it's cruel. The sunk cost fallacy. I wish I could just give those kids the toy they want, or I don't know, sell it, but no way Gavin would allow that. Plus, well, there was one other problem with the ticket game area. Too many kids. Just way too many kids I didn't know from school I didn't go to. I was too timid to ask someone to leave a game I wanted to play, or even hover around them, worried they might talk to me. I'm really not good with strangers. Huge crowds of them. Wow, she's exactly like me. Naomi's literally me. I hate crowds. I go to RTX every year in Austin, Texas, and I go every year, and I have just been getting more and more antisocial as years have gone on. And the first year I went alone, I felt so panicked because I just felt like suffocating. It's just terrible. But then now, like, I've gone, I think last year was my 2nd year. This year will be my 3rd year. But they moved it to September instead of July. So. Once I get to know someone, well, they're not a stranger. That's different. Like you, I got to know you quickly enough. Considering she gave me her lunch on day 1, quickly indeed. But there was one area of the arcade which had next to nobody playing games, where I didn't need to put a quarter up and wait in line, where everything was fun. Retro games. Exactly. Only a few older guys back there. I could play anything I wanted. Every game was a single token, and it was also amazingly cool and flashy and colorful, and oh, it was paradise. Those games were my new best friends. Now I looked forward to my jerk of a brother abandoning me in our arcade to go play fighting games. Eventually, summer vacation ended and it was back to school, but I kept visiting arcades, especially ones with good retro collections. So that's how I got into classic arcade games. And that's how you caught Pac-Man fever. The only description is more Pac-Man. The only prescription is more Pac-Man. I don't know, a young girl alone with a bunch of older game dudes seems inadvisable. Huh. So, what games did you play at the arcade? Any standouts in your memory? Of course, Pac-Man, Dig Dug, I mean all the standards. But I loved Pango, a cute little penguin kicking icebox around. You had to really think ahead to play that game well too. It took skill. Sorry. I found a plushie penguin once with a red fur at a toy store. Bought it immediately. Made a purple bow tie for it, and that was my Pango plushie. It's still in my workshop, in fact. The plushie, I mean, not the game. I wish we had the game. I know it's a little weird for me not to be interested in newer games, but it's not like new games are universally awful, but I like what I like. I love what I love. I do what I love for a living. How cool is that? As long as the Funplex stays open and keeps its retro spirit bright, I'll be happy. Well, event manager Captain will see to it that we keep our doors open. That's why I'm here at Max, to make this event the big deal it deserves to be. Thank you so much for that. I'm no good at meet and greet stuff. I think we should both get back to what we do best, for the glory of Funplex. For the glory of Funplex. Oh, Maddie. Sorry. The two of us make our way back to the mini Funplex. Her to resume tinkering, me to catch up with Teo and Ashley again. My current status, sitting. And enjoying it. Took a few minutes of searching and stalking, but eventually I found an open seat in the pop-up arcade. Wow, the sit is satisfying. The rest of everything else is miserable. My feet are sore from walking all over, and I don't remember the last time I ate. I feel dehydrated, and I have a slight headache from all the noise. And there's still 4 more hours left. Oh, if Gavin saw me in my current state, leaning back, arms at my side, completely exhausted. I could picture it clearly. He'd be leaning over me with his dark, unfettered eyes. He'd be leaning close and frown, grumbling. He'd say, "Captain, may I remind you these seats are for Patreons only." Ugh, I sighed just thinking about it. Bye, Two Flower! Thanks for coming to the stream. Of course I'm gonna keep playing this. You're gonna see me play it as often as I can. Tomorrow I don't think tomorrow I won't be playing this, more than likely, because I got some filming to do with Michael, and then I have stuff in the morning, but I absolutely am playing it. Thank you! I'll let you know if I find anything else out of his side, just thinking about it. As luck would have it, though, Gavin and Naomi are huddled over a Galaga cabinet, trying to figure out why the monitor's not working. Freedom. My buns are experiencing the best freedom has to offer. My body feels like it could collapse at any moment. I feel good about it. Right? Getting the word out about Funplex and Valent community kickback was great. Seeing people's face light up with excitement is why I'm here. Plus, spending time with Ashley has an added bonus. She certainly got a passion to spare. I smiled to myself. The pain in my heels and the grumbling in my tummy, worth it. While enjoying the respite, I let my eyes close for a moment, and of course, the second I do that, I hear footsteps closing in. Did I get it? I got it! F you, dude! Sorry. There you are, Captain. We've been looking all over for you. But we were specifically going to meet back up here at the Funplex pop-up arcade. Yeah, but we didn't expect you to be tucked in the darkest corner of the arcade. I'm hiding from Gavin. He'll put me to work if he sees me. Hiding behind pinball machines is probably not the smartest choice then. You know how much he loves pinball. Every spare moment he thinks no one is watching him is spent getting that high score. I have so many candid pictures on my phone of him playing pinball. You have to show me, like, right now. Yes, his concentration face is so cute. Before I even react, Ashley has her phone out and is scrolling through pictures of Gavin. Both look at me guiltily. Don't we have more important matters? Max is over in a few hours and we will have a lot of work left to do. You're right, Captain. Please don't tell Gavin. Your secret is safe with me. Right, so, business time. I think I got something. Go on. I have a friend. She's an indie arcade developer. The new title she's been working on is amazing. It's got co-op. It's got competition. It's got magical schoolgirls. Is that Doki Doki game? Now you're talking. It's got it all. Wait, I'm pretty sure I've heard of this game. Is it called Magic Moon Cuties? Yeah, that's the one. She's thinking about premiering it at the Funplex Unveiling Community Kickback.
Oh my gosh!
It'd be cooler than cool. Sounds interesting enough. Might make for another fun game for people to play. Definitely. My friend is somewhat renowned in the indie scene. The game's been in development for years. I'm sure it would create some buzz at least. Are you kidding, Teo? We'd be the talk of the arcade world. I do like being the talk of the world-sized things. Let's go check it out. I stand up, invigorated by the news. As I start walking back towards the hall with Teo, I heard a call from behind me. Wait! I turn around and see Ashley standing there, fidgeting. Her green eyes are darting back and forth nervously. Ashley? I, too, have a plan. She motions for us to come back towards her, which we do. What's your idea, Ashley? She puts an arm around Teo and the other around me, huddling the three of us together. So, what I'm proposing might not be the most legal course of action. Do I even want to know? You've seen the huge monitors hanging from the ceiling in the middle of the major halls, right? How can I miss them? They're constantly bombarding us with ads and false hopes of high-quality convention food. No matter how amazing the tempting that $9 hot dog looks on the big screen, don't even think about it. Exactly my point. Everyone is looking at it. I know a way to sneak into the back area. All we have to do is break into the main communication center and upload the flyer Captain made in the rotation.
Whoa.
You want to do what? Shh, keep your voice down, Teo, unless you want to get arrested for being accomplice. It's a genius plan. Everyone at Max will see our name in lights. Okay, so yeah, that's less than legal way of getting the word out. But I have to admit, it got me intrigued, and it definitely worked. But I don't know. Trust me.
What about?
Of course we need to go in disguise. I'm already nicely disguised, but Captain would need to switch into something way more distracting. Why more distracting exactly? Just distract from your face, of course. What I'm just trying to say is people will remember the costume, not the person wearing it. Which means, made Captain right again. I knew it. Come on, you did so great on stage. Think of this as your encore. How about it? Let's not forget about magical moon cuties. It's a valid alternative. Both options are valid, honestly. Splashy advertising would certainly drive foot traffic, even if getting it up there would be dodgy. Importantly, Iris could help us do it safely without anyone noticing. Safer than Ashley's going off on her own to try this inadvisable stunt. But a highly anticipated indie title might do the trick and result in a far less jail time. Teo, we're going with Teo. I did Ashley earlier, we're doing Teo. Oof, I gotta leave soon. Ashley, you got this. You don't need any help from me. Fucking maid Captain's not coming back, ever. Honestly, I don't feel like getting carted off to jail today. It's not my scheduled agenda. Plus, I'm pretty sure Ashley can handle breaking and entering all by herself. And yes, I do realize how wrong that sounds, even in my own head. I bet you've seen plenty of heist anime. So much that you could sneak into the Natural History Museum and steal the world's biggest Fabergé egg in the middle of the day. I got like 12 bobby pins hiding this wig on. I won't let you down. I know you won't, and please try to be careful. Ashley smiles widely before prancing off into the into a crowd of arcade folk. You can stop worrying, Captain. Ashley knows exactly what she's doing. That's why I'm worried. Fair enough. Well, shall we go see the lady about the indie game? We shall. As we left the pop-up and traveled deep into the halls of the Max, people kept stopping us to say hello to Taya. We'd be happily on our merry little way and then get interrupted by a random person. Sorry. Oh man, it's Teo. How you doing? Great, but hey, we're on our way to meet with someone. Let's catch up later. Cool, latest. And this happened every couple minutes. Walking through the convention floor was like walking through a field of landmines, where instead of explosion, it was uncomfortable introductions to people I'll probably never see again. Eventually, Teo lands back to the section of arcade games hidden behind the major company's booths, near where he held his dance flash mob. What they set up here is mostly reminiscent of the rest of Max. Sorry. Arcade cabinets are closely lined up side by side, taking several aisles for gamers to aimlessly wander down. I would have expected to be more used to pushing my way through throngs of crowds by now, but nope. Teo and I force our way through the huddled mess of chittering conversations as I look around at all the different arcade games that surround us. I notice something off. There are exactly 0 titles that I actually recognize. No Dig Dug, Gauntlet, nor Street Fighter. Not even a hint of a pinball game. I'm starting to get concerned. Teo, where in Max are we? This is the Indie Mega Arcade. Originally they called it the Indie Mega Arcade Expo, but then IMAX sued them. The what? That didn't explain anything to me. What are all these weird games? I understand nothing. If you hush those alluring lips, okay, Jesus. I'd be more than happy to explain. Okay, I'm hushing now. Totally and completely hushed. Now, where was I? Ah, yes, the Indie Mega Arcade is a huge area of Max that showcases all the new and upcoming indie arcade games. Blah, 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 blah. Indie developers get a chance to show off their stuff, get useful feedback, and maybe get a few people interested in their game along the way. That's a dream of an indie dev, to make a game that people enjoy playing. I really don't know much about the indie arcade scene, admittedly. Working at the Funplex offers me a crash course in arcade culture. Every day I'm learning about completely new aspects. Does make perfect sense to have an indie game scene. I just never realized it existed. It's pretty amazing, actually. A community of people who share ideas and a passion. Can't afford a mass production runs of games, but they've got a lot of heart, you know? They can't crank out a box for every arcade on Earth, but indie developers are free to make whatever type of game they want. No pressure from a big name company either. Complete and utter creative freedom. Really, anyone can make a game if you put your mind to it. In fact, I bet even you, Captain, can make an arcade game. What say you? Yeah, I can't deny that when I was younger, I often wondered about making my own games, but let's be real here, I don't have time for that now. Diving headfirst into a creative endeavor would be interesting, but I'll leave that to the professionals. Right now, I'm focused on Funplex and Valiant Community Kickback. Starting another project on top of that wouldn't make much sense. Dreams aren't supposed to make sense. You just feel them. Okay. So follow me on the dream. What game would you make? Fine, I'll play along. But only to indulge you. I would make... What? Roguelike? What the hell? Generated open world tin stack platformer with loot boxes. Probably not. I wouldn't do a romance game for sure. I don't want to say a super cute puzzle game, but I guess that's like the only one that I guess. I don't know. I've never thought about making an arcade game before. There's one genre of game that's easily to replicate. It's a puzzle game. Give it a good theme and people will be drawn to the aesthetics and mental challenge. I bet a simple match 3 game would be fairly easy to make. I would make an appealing design, something really super noble to catch the eye, maybe some bedazzling jewels or crushing candy or something. people would sink hundreds of tokens into to continue playing. Exactly. Highly addictive, highly profitable, but also highly fun. Fun is the ultimate point of a game, right? I like it.
Right.
Well, if you ever get super bored of being an arcade event manager, I can hook you up with all the proper people to launch your second career. What do you mean? Oh, I have some friends who make arcade games for a living. Some friends? As soon as I said that, I became overly aware of the situation. Since we stopped foot in the indie mega arcade, people have been waving and nodding to Teo, not mentioning all those people stopping us all the way on the way over here. I'd say more than some friends. You're a popular guy.
What? Come on, that's silly.
He waves his hand, waving off the very notion that I know to be true. Everyone knows who he is, and I had no idea. Teo always been such a crowd pleaser at Showtime stage, but I guess his popularity spread to all facets of his life. Dance champion and indie arcade scene champion, huh?
I try to keep my friends' circles pretty separate. Sometimes it's not always perfect, and they tend to overlap. You know, like at Max. But hey, it's got upsides. All my friends are here. The biggest downside of Max is just so hard to see everyone. I never get to spend enough time with them, you know? I got friends here in the Indie Mega Arcade. I got my Funplex crew. I got the dancing community. I just can't see them all. And when I can't see them, I feel like I let them down. I hate having to choose between them. Once again, I failed my friends. You know, it's a surprise anyone still talks to me anymore.
Oh, Jesus. Teo sighs heavily. His mood shifted from excitement to utter solace. The cool, collected Teo is showing a side I've not seen yet. I guess he's able to experience emotion other than joy. Teo, confirmed, Teo is not a joy robot. But this isn't right. Sad Teo is worse Teo. As his friend, I must fix this. Teo puts too much pressure on himself. With the amount of people he knows, it's physically impossible to see everyone. There is literally no way you can meet and hang out with every single person you know. If you had given 15 minutes time to the amount of people I've seen you say hello today, it would take you an entire day to get through them. You exaggerate. Teo, if there is one thing you can be sure of, it's that Captain doesn't exaggerate. I only observe and state the objective facts. And I overthink about situations that I put myself in, but I don't exaggerate. Usually. There you go. It's tough only seeing the people you care about every once in a while, but you're doing a great job. I've seen so many of your friends stop and say hello to you. Plus, they've completely understood when you told them you were busy. No one left without a smile on their face. They really care about you. You know what, Captain? You're right. The more I hang out with Teo, the more I learn about him. It's always something new and something unexpected. Let's bring this back around to why we're here. How did you get involved in the indie arcade scene anyway? Through Michelle, the indie developer I want you to meet. I met her a few years ago at a previous Max. I was hanging out with my crew near the dancing games, and she stopped by to play around. Since she was new to the scene, I struck up a conversation with her, much like when I met you. Ah, so there are plenty of flirting then. Can't help myself when surrounded by such beautiful, wonderful people. And Michelle makes indie arcade games. She's only one of the coolest and most prolific arcade developers in the industry today. She's worked on several big name indie games, and when she's not working, she's speaking all over the world about arcade development. Color me impressed. Sounds like Michelle is the sort of influential person who would really help with the Funplex availing community kickback. She really is. I'm what now, Mateo Alvarez? Oh, Michelle, only the worst person I've ever met. As to be expected from somebody of your caliber. Touche, I was just looking for you, by the way. Well, I'm glad I found you then. What's on your mind? I wanted to introduce you to Captain. Nice to meet you. Pleasure's all mine. Took me a second, but Michelle totally looks like, You aren't perchance also a federal agent? This is it. I'm doomed. It was a setup. I'm about to be renditioned to the CIA black site. Who, me? No way. Although my sister, well, I can neither confirm nor deny what she does for a living. I see. Okay, that makes sense. Gotcha. I'm gonna shut up now and focus on arcade stuff. I think what Captain is trying to say is that you seem to have a very confident and authoritative expression. That's all. Yep, that's exactly what I meant. You got it on the nose. Thanks, Teo. Sure, okay, let's go with that. Anyway, I spoke with Teo earlier in the day, and he told me you had a business proposition. Consider me all ears. Allow me to elaborate. Captain here is recently appointed as the event manager for the Funplex. Congrats. The cute little mom and pop place where Teo gets his groove on, right? I would categorize it as more like a grandma and grandpa kind of arcade. It's not the fanciest one out there, but it's got heart. I like an arcade with good heart. It reminds me of my youth. In the good old days when you walk into your home away from home, quarter up and enjoy the company. But I digress, getting too swept up in memories. Tell me more about the proposal. Captain is putting on a special event at the Funplex called the Funplex Unveiling Community Kickback. It's celebration of arcade scene, if you will. Oh, I will. We're going to have high score competition, esports stuff, mystery game reveals, the works. I'm going all out on it. And Teo, I take it you're doing a dance event as well? He is, but it'd be great if we could add one more thing to the list. Maybe the premiere of a new indie game? Legas! Could you possibly be my game, Magical Moon Cuties? If you allow us the honors. Have I given you the elevator pitch yet? All I know is there's a magical schoolgirls, and I'm intrigued. It's a competitive cooperative puzzle game where people have to work together to match all the magical orbs before their opponents can. Think 3-player magical drop but with combo attacks. Everyone plays as a different or adorable magical schoolgirl, hence the cuties part. Sounds better than the last time I heard it. Right? I'm pretty excited to share Magical Moon Cuties to the world. I've mostly been doing some selective demos for media outlets today, but so far the general public hasn't been allowed to play it. I'm looking for the perfect place and time to release it. Big publicity would mean I might land a manufacturing contract and a publisher, so I could do a wide release. Fuck might be... Sorry. Funplex Unveiling Community Kickback might be a good choice for that, but I'm gonna need a little more convincing. What else you got? Okay, Captain, don't blow this. Michelle had mentioned earlier that she likes an arcade that has heart and soul. I should appeal to that. You're not gonna find an arcade that's more spirit than the Funplex. Everyone who frequents there, employees, patrons alike, want nothing more than this event to succeed. This is our chance to show the world our dreams. We've been pouring all of our combined energies into making Funplex Unveiling Community Kickback victorious. Teo, myself, all the staff, all the gamers. With Magical Moon Cuties on our side, we can just bring even more heart into this affair. It's the perfect fit for the kind of friendly atmosphere we want, bringing people together. Oh, you got me right in the feels. Plus, I really want to play Magical Moon Cuties too. Ha, fair enough. I was just assassing you anyway. After I discussed it with Teo, I already knew I was going to show Magical Moon Cuties at the Funplex. I love the enthusiasm though. Really? Really. I mean, it's either the Funplex or Deco's Palace, and while Deco is the heavyweight champion of the arcade world, it's not a good fit for my dreams. Great. So it's settled? I think so. I think so. I know so. Magical Moon Cuties will have its first playable showing to the public at Funplex Unveiling Community Kickback. I'll haul my prototype cabinet over to your arcade the day before so you can get it set up. I'd appreciate you keeping it hidden until the event though. I already bought a mystery concealing tarp for our rare game release. Heck, what's one more mystery concealing tarp between friends? This will be the event to remember, and I'm thrilled. I can't wait to share the news with everyone. Captain, thanks for your support. I really appreciate it. I should really be thanking you. Sorry to cut this combo up, but Michelle, your next interview is here. It's Mark from Hexagon. Mark, Hexagon, got it. It's so hard to keep all track of all these different media outlets. Captain, it's been great. My people will call your people, or whatever they do these days. Oh, expect your social media explored later today. Ta-ta! In a flash, Michelle wandered back into the crowd of people, her friend leading her into the next interview. Leaving me behind in shock, unable to believe what had happened. A top indie designer premiering at my event? I imagined the adorable, smiling faces of anime magical schoolgirls. I would practically hear them cheering me on. I knew everything would be okay. This is my life. Huh? Oh, nothing. Just musing to myself out loud, nonetheless. No worries, I do that all the time. Mostly when I'm alone, though.
Love it.
But overall, that went really well. I'm glad that Michelle was really excited to bring her game to the Funplex. Me too. Honestly, I feel like the weight has been lifted off my shoulders. What with Ashley helping me out with the hype at the cosplay contest, I feel like Funplex unveiling community kickback is gonna be amazing. That's the spirit, never doubted you for a second. I was about to reply with a total witty retort about doubting and time. However, we were interrupted by the sound of a bell chime. Hall will be closing in 30 minutes. It's over already? Ah, no, it's just getting started. I'd barely seen anything yet. Could do this for at least another 4 hours. I'm frightened confused on how you still have so much energy left, Teo. I amaze even myself sometimes. As for me, I'm exhausted, allowing yawns to fixate my mouth. Well, I'm officially pooped and ready to go home. I still wanted to squeeze in a couple more games before the hall closes. They're gonna have to drag you out of the hall once it closes, aren't they? Kicking and screaming. Thanks for your help with the Funplex unveiling community kickback today. That's what friends are for. I'm glad you have a friend, have you as a friend. Ditto. I'll see you back at the arcade, Captain. With our pleasantries exchanged, I left Teo to finish the dying seconds of Max in the Indie Mega Arcade. We're getting close. I feel it. Oh! Does that say, what does that say? That doesn't, I mean, yeah, that didn't really say anything. All in all, successful day. Captain, you have a new text message. Operation Hot Dog Takedown. Mission complete. Assess extracted. And headed home for a leisure bath and some anime. Huh? She hacked the video signs and snuck away. Look at the screens. Our flyer's airing there now. Wow, I didn't know Ashley was a hacker. Maybe we should swap tips. I'd like the Funplex to commit fewer felonies rather than more, Iris. Oh, okay. Right, time to head home. I promised I would meet Juniper just outside the main exit of the hall, and that's exactly where I was headed. The rush of fresh air hits me. I push the double glass doors open. It was nice, refreshing. It had a much better smell than the one I had been around all day. I didn't have to wait long until I saw Juniper. She bounced happily up to me. So, how was your first Max, Captain? It was... The amount of support I got from my friends today was amazing. I know I can always count on them, and I feel like we bonded closer as friends. I can't wait to go back next year. As to be expected with a convention. Although in your case, you really outdid yourself and got smacked with 300% of what anyone else would have. Yeah? How do you figure? Well, most people drop by Max, play some games, play to attend a panel or two, do some shopping. They're here to be catered to. You, on the other hand, were doing the catering. Like any good caterer, that means spinning plates and doing 12 different things at once. You found interesting ways to push Funplex unveiling community kickback and promote the Funplex as a whole. You worked your butt off to do it. So rather than attend Max, you were Max. Sure feels that way. I'm totally drained. I kind of envy you, you know? Sounds like you had some great adventures today, other than designing that flyer. I didn't do that much beyond playing a few games and buying cute t-shirts and stuff, but let me tell you, they are really super cute shirts. I'm glad I could support you though, even if it was just, you know, by doodling up a flyer. Hey, don't sell yourself short. The flyer looks super professional. I mean, no fun Comic Sans, but still pretty cool.
Thank you.
Thanks, Captain. I really enjoyed doing stuff like that. I don't exactly get a lot of opportunities at the office to express myself. Okay, let's get home and get some real rest. We both earned it. In fact, I'd say we took it. Juniper, don't. To the max! Oh! I've seen so many things plugged in to charge. I swear to God, my apartment's going to catch on fire. Dude, have you not seen my setup? Everything's like plugged into the wall. All my outlets have like something in it. The only one that doesn't is probably just that back, those two, because they're at weird spots. There's one right there, and then there's like one all the way over there. But everything else has something plugged into it. Oh, look at this. Hold on. Look at that Flufferson. He's lame. He's sleeping on clothes, by the way. He's sleeping on my clothes. Hee. After that moment, the rest of the evening was a blur. I knew that Juniper and I took the train back home, heated up some pizza bagels, I safely made it into my comfy bed. I think I was still in shock. At the beginning of this day, I thought no one was going to know about Funplex and Valen Community Kickback. We'd be stuck as a relatively unknown mom and pop arcade. But now it seems like the whole world knows us, which is great. I have a surge protector for my computer and stuff, but yeah, all my outlets are in use now. Yeah, I have a surge protector. I don't know if it's a surge protector or just like an extension. Because sometimes some of them are surge protectors and other ones are just like, oh, we're just giving you more outlets, you know what I mean? Which is great, but also pretty nerve-wracking. I sighed heavily, letting all my mixed emotions flow over me. There's no turning back now. What I set in motion will stay in motion. It can only get bigger and better from here. At least that's what I'm going to keep telling myself as I drift to sleep. I'm proud of what I accomplished today, and I can't wait to tell everyone at the Funplex about all I've done. I hope they're proud of me too. And before I know it, Funplex and Valen Community Kickback will be upon us. There's only one we are not using in my outs, and it's because it's not working. Achievement! Hey guys, sorry about the abrupt ending. It's just that I live streamed this, and I'm trying to do 30-minute segment videos just so I can put this on the YouTube page, and you guys can get a full playthrough of the game. I'm trying not to cut out anything, so sorry if I miss something. I will probably go back or something like that. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy. Again, I want to say thank you to Arcade Spirits for letting me play their game early. And if you guys want your own copy, then make sure you go ahead and go buy it, because it's now available for the Xbox One, PS4, and now the Nintendo Switch. Go buy it. I don't know what you're waiting for. But I hope you guys enjoy, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next episode, which will come out tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I just want to say that this is your CaptainChefy speaking, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.